Hello and welcome back to part 2 of what I'm sure will be a long and fruitful series. We on file 2, what we? So we 1 for 1 so far. The dream is going. The 100% win record will continue. I think we'll probably do 2 of these. And I didn't do hard mode last time, which was a real mistake. So let's. Did we unlock anyone last time? We unlocked Azazel. Let's go. Azazel, interesting, can fly from the outset, does this for its shot, but only got black hearts, so you know, it's balance on a dime, you know. So how we're doing it, it's the evening time. I'm feeling a bit tired, I'm not gonna lie to you. The energy is not where it needs to be. My phone's vibrating, but I can't look, because I'm a professional. I thought playing this again, that's irritating. There's a lot of roguelites now, and this was really the first one I played a long time ago, as I said last time. These are my favourite genre of game. Because of the job, I kind of need to dip in and out of games. I can't play the same sort of deep storyline like Skyrim type of thing. I just don't have the time. So this works well. These kind of games work quite nicely. I like the sort of episodic nature. I should have used the card. Damn it, I'm not concentrating. In fact, each run is different. It's constantly that is nice. Everything's different. That's why these work so well. What else have I been playing? I graduated from this. I tried Gungeon. I didn't like it so much. I'm not the best sort of FPS-y, and it's not an FPS, but you know what I mean. It's a sort of quick reaction kind of deal, which isn't necessarily my bag. Even this is a bit of a stretch for me. So I tried Gungeon. A lot of people say it's superior to this, and they may well be right. Certainly seems to have more synergy in it. I think one of the disappointing things about Isaac, in retrospect, is a lot of the items don't sort of synergize together as you'd expect them to. You'd expect them to have a sort of, for God's sake, come on, some clever interaction, and they just don't, which is disappointing at times. But it's not that common that it's an issue. Gungeon, I just wasn't very good at, I suppose, which was the problem. Then I never tried FTL. I need to go back and do that. I hear wonderful things. And then it's pretty much been Slay the Spire since. I have not stopped playing Slay the Spire. I've been playing a little bit of Monster Train on the channel as of late, but Slay the Spire is something else. It's much more appealing. It's the idea that it's turn-based. It's you can just really think about it. It's a real thinker. You can sit down, you can slow down. There's no rush. In Isaac, often you're in a rush because a certain time-pressured objective. Slay the Spire, that doesn't exist. You can get as slow as you like, which appeals to my way of thinking a little bit better. But this is good. This is necessary. I need to be able to do this sort of thing too. Other games, Civ's an old classic, isn't it? I've recently got Civ 6 in the sale, and I played Civ 5 again recently at the same time. I've been playing both, and if you don't play any of these games, this isn't going to mean much to you, but the way the workers work in Civ 5 is very different to Civ 6, and I'm not sure I like it actually. So in Civ 6, the workers all have a certain number of moves, so they can do 3 actions before they're expended, whereas in Civ 5, they can keep working sort of infinitely, and you can set them just to do their own thing. So you can also, nice, you can set them to sort of auto work if you like, and they will just crack on. Whereas in Civ 6, you've got to tell them what to do, which is a little bit clunky at times, and it adds a little extra sort of deep layer of sort of micromanagement that I don't enjoy. I don't enjoy the micromanaging in games. I like City Skylines, but it's just, yeah, it's just a little bit too micro-y towards the end. Ditto with things like Sim City. Tropico was the worst of that. I don't know if you ever played that. That was, oh, you needed like a degree in economics, or maybe not a degree, but some experience perhaps. So Polyphemus is in the original Isaac, so this is a remake of the original Binding of Isaac, which was like a Flash. Was it Flash? I think it was made in Flash. And Polyphemus was the item that you were looking for. It was just a straight damage up, and it made your tears penetrate slightly. So they would do their damage. It's almost like a trample effect, if that makes sense. It would do its damage, and then they would, whatever was left would pass through the enemy into the next enemy. And it was you know, it was the thing to have. It was the in thing. All the kids were talking about it. And in this game, it was sort of, that's not damage up, sort of overshadowed a little bit. Not what it was. Shadow as former self. But it's got a special place in the hearts for that reason. Now, what it does, unfortunately, is it really just slows down your shot speed time. So the charge on my shot, you probably noticed, is just that little bit slower. Which, if anything, it doesn't make it harder, it just makes it a little bit more monotonous. But we've got a good speed, we've got flying, so overall we shouldn't be held up too much here. Damn. So checking the A&E bedboards today. This is sort of the evening of the end of lockdown of the super spreading event of 2020. It's not too bad yet, but it's early days. But of course, some people have been drinking since probably midday. So I'm sure that the arses will be out in full force soon. Not the physical arses, of course, as in buttocks. I mean, of course, people behaving like arses, but probably buttocks as well. This is a breeze, isn't it? This is just a breeze so far. We're not really running into any trouble. Damage is popping off. It's out of this world. It's more than you'll need to beat the final boss. We've got a good item. It's all good. It's all good. We're not going to have any trouble here at all. He says. But I think I'm saying that pretty confidently now. What do we need? Honestly, nothing. We're good. We're good for the end, I would say. What would be nice to have? Turning into Guppy. Turning into Guppy, you need to get 3 Guppy pieces. That's the cat things. We've already got 1. We've got the cat's head. You need 2 more, and they tend to come from Devil Deals. Just to concentrate there. So what else have I been playing? I mean, not much really actually. I've recently got back into mobile gaming. I wasn't doing it for a long time. Then I bought a Switch after it was recommended to me by a dear friend. And I haven't really stopped since. I played Zelda on the Switch, which was good. Zelda's not normally my kind of thing actually. Again, a bit too storyline-y involved, like I said before. But it was good. It was okay. It was okay. Good use of the Switch. I mean, it's good demonstration of the Switch's technology. Okay, gotta be a little careful here. Then I was playing Super Smash Brothers. Then I got into Tetris 99. I am awful at Tetris. I've learned, since learned from playing Tetris 99. But my god, do I just not enjoy playing it. I think it's a real sign of maturity, isn't it? I don't care that I just lose constantly on it. I think the 10-year-old me would have been probably have thrown the Switch through the wall by now, if he could have done. He wasn't nearly that strong. He would have tried to throw it at the wall and would have bounced off. But you've got to laugh and carry on, haven't you? You can't get angry about these things. You can't be angry about that. Tetris 99 is sort of competitive Tetris, which when you described it, I've described it to people and they don't really get it. You know, fair enough. How do you make Tetris sort of have a knockout battle royale? They found a way. Resourceful. Nothing can go wrong here, can it? Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Range up. Now, Azazel's one of the few characters that range is really nice for, because it extends that initial beam, and one of the fall downs of Azazel is you have to get really up close to the person you're attacking. This sort of removes that. Let's see how we're at now. So that's probably about 1.5 times as long as it was at the start, which removes that risk entirely. Now your flies do damage base. I think this is right. I'm sure it's probably not completely correct, but I believe your flies do damage based on your tier damage. So they're only going to get stronger and stronger. Let's get out of there. We don't want to be in there. That doesn't do anything. So Tetraside now, I think I've come like 12th before, but it's one of those where it's you've been ignored by everyone else playing. It isn't you're already good. You've just not been seen, and as soon as someone sees you, it's game over. So I don't think it counts as a true total finish. I think you've got to be competitive for it to count. I didn't have any kills, no kills, just trying to survive. Oh yeah, that's fine. It slows us down, but we're already obviously ludicrously quick, so that's all good.
Health down.
Don't think it matters. I'll be honest. I think we're in too good a position for it to matter. Oh, the shop. I forget how tiny the shop is before you upgrade it. How bad the shop is before you upgrade it. What am I looking for? I don't even know. When I know it, I'll see it. It ain't that. It ain't that. I think this... But this doubles your flies, but then we don't generate flies, so that doesn't really do us long term. Ah, now that will do. So this doubles up every item now, every consumable, which is ideal. So Monstro is usually a difficult one. He's one of these. He's an arse. He's an arse. One of those aforementioned arses. He's one of them. But we got his card marked. We got his card marked. So if you don't take devil deals, you can get angel deals, which are free. So the items, nice items, not as good as, well, it's not strictly true. They tend on average to be not as good as devil deals, but they're free. Which is the big selling point, obviously, that you don't got to pay health for them. Yeah, I'm tempted to take a little walk around Oxford later and just have a... just to take in the scenes. Take in the scenes. I might bring a little... I document some of it. Sort of like being on safari. But a really, really lame one. I doubt we'll see any lions, but we might see some sharks. Am I right? I know I'm right. We'll take that. Very nice. Although I think one day post-lockdown would be a bold time to be sharking, and I believe all the students are not here at the moment, so we should be donating. We tried. We tried. I don't know why it was ever called sharking. I mean, are sharks famous for, I guess they circle, don't they? They circle when prey. Prey. I'm not going to go away with saying that for much longer. I think we should change the topic entirely. What about the weather? Muggy. Muggy. Good save. Don't want that. We don't mind that. We will use this just to generate some money, so they're all doubled. So this is really efficient. Because we've already donated, we've maxed out donation machine. Oh well, it's nice to have. Can't have too much money in this life. So with any luck, we can find a way to get... So we can do boss rush, I think. And hopefully we can find a way down into Shawl. I can't remember how. There's a way you can do it. It might be obvious. Maybe we'll know when we get there. We'll know when we get there. Now, I have no idea. I think we haven't been down here yet. Yeah. Curse the Lost. Well, you can't see the map. It's one of the more infuriating things. And it's one of those. It doesn't make the game harder as such. I mean, it means you miss your time-based deadline sometimes. But it's just frustrating. You know, it just is tedious at times. And that's one of the criticisms of Isaac, I think, is that there's a lot of things that just make the game more tedious. They don't add to the difficulty, they just make it more annoying to play. And I'm not sure that should be what any game should be striving for. I think that's one thing that, say, the Spire didn't do very well, that maybe Monster Train does do quite well. And that is that you're never punished for exploration. Really. Some people might think it's a good thing. But in Monster Train, all the random events are either neutral or they're good. Whereas in, say, the Spire, they can be real bad. And it's that random nature that is sometimes quite hard to take, because you just feel there was nothing I could do. And in a game, you don't often want to feel like there's nothing you can do. You always, especially in a game that's so strategy based, you always want to feel like there was something you could do. Even if it's your own, you know, if you lose by your own merit, that's fine. But if you, yeah, but then is picking the, did you create your own luck by taking the event? Yeah, possibly. I hear that. That's a fair argument. I don't agree, but I hear it. I hear it. So boss rush is mode you just sort of fight everything. You fight waves of bosses, 2 bosses at once. And at this point, not all the bosses are unlocked, so it's relatively straightforward actually. And obviously we're a bit more powerful enough, so it shouldn't be an issue. And this is one of the things you've got to tick off to complete the game. Do with each character. This is making it look rather simplistic, but I promise you it can be harder than this. Fine. Sorry, I'm just getting distracted by my phone. Very bad. Back in the room. So I think after this we can get down to the next floor. We can go to the heart. What are you doing down here, mate? Do you want to get involved? No, you good? Alright, fair enough. I'll do it myself. This sword does a lot of damage as well. Like we got 2 just really good items. Really good items. Okay, none of that, please. I think I need to get a new controller. I think the Xbox 360 controller is regrettably nearing the end of its life. It's been a good, 13 years. 17th birthday. Good lord. I remember getting it. My parents had bought me the Xbox, and the day before my birthday I was sort of, for some reason, extremely down in the dumps, and I think they took pity on me and gave it to me the night before, so lucky me. A whole extra 24 hours. Did look like a bit of a charity case though, so it was bittersweet, but on balance I'll take it. Okay, so we unlocked the nail. The nail is it's a devil room item. It's one of the better ones actually. How do we get out of here? Where's the exit? Oh, right, okay. Blind. Okay, let's go. Unknown means you can't see your health, but without wanting to be too arrogant, I don't see it being a huge issue. Batteries are nice. It's just more flies. Come on. These guys ruin runs. They if you were going for an actual time here, you'd be. Oh, look at this. Is there a way to make them come up? Very irritating. So sun lets us see the map, and then this lets us get out of here. Jesus, still like dropping you in hot. So we should be able to see the boss now. Yeah, right, let's go this way. So in the womb you take all damage is at least 1 heart, or is 1 heart rather. So previously, normal enemies hit you for half a heart, champions hit you for double. In this, it's all 1. So the stakes are higher.
Full health.
Full health. It is remarkable how you remember stuff, isn't it? Why do I know all this? Since I played this properly last, I have just completely, I've learned a profession, honed my craft, and does this work? I think this works. And yet I couldn't tell you the mechanism of some drugs, or the prevalence of certain diseases, but I can bloody tell you what the guppy's tail does in Binding of Isaac. Bloody hell. Useful knowledge, I'm sure. Right, let's go. So the crown, I think, as long as you have full, or haven't taken damage in a room, it makes you more powerful, basically. In a nutshell. Yes, we've lost the effect of it there, but I think we get it back in the next room. But we'll put that hypothesis to the test. No, you don't. I must get some of the guys together actually and play Civ again. I do miss a good game of Civ. The problem is some people take far too long over their turns. I'm someone who lives and dies by the mantra, a fun game is a quick game. And yeah, that's not, come on, I play a lot of board games. I love my board games, and those games last a long time. But those games are meant to last a long time, that's fine. The first turn of Civ, where you have a settler and a warrior, or a scout, or actually a warrior, isn't it, need not last 5 minutes. Indeed, it should last 20 seconds. And then even in turn 100, when you've got maybe 5 decisions to make, 2 minutes tops. I spend half my time on Civ, not looking at Civ, and indeed just on the internet, as I wait for someone to decide whether to put the city 1 hex higher than where it currently is. Not that I'm bitter. Civ Online's usually good fun. You just need the right people. Maybe if you put turn limits on, people get a bit... It stresses people out. People get stressed. Because a lot of people do not like time pressure. Is that moving by itself? No. Time pressure scares some people. Extreme time pressure I don't like. But I can handle doing a turn in a certain time limit. Now what I can't do is real-time strategy.
The world.
I can't do your StarCrafts. Or like Total War? No. That ain't for me, I can't do things that quickly. I'm good, but I'm not that good. Well done. I think that's the real surgeon medic thing, isn't it? Surgeons probably love real-time strategy. It's they inject straight into their veins. Whereas I like to take it just a little bit longer to think. Different strokes. But I wouldn't want the surgeon treating my stroke, I must say. And that was ludicrous, wasn't it? So I think if you get a deal for the devil here, you can go further, but we didn't. So we cannot. So that's another one ticked off. We've unlocked Eden, who's good fun. And that'll do us. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good evening, and I will see you next time.